This kind of album.
When did you start playing it to people? When did you play it to Travis, to Big Trav?
Oh,
can I call him Big Trav?
Yeah, you absolutely can. He responds to pretty much anything.
Okay,
which is great. He's a really easygoing guy. You will absolutely love him when you meet him.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I would play it for him as soon as I'd come back from Sweden.
Okay.
As soon as I'd come back from Sweden, I'd just like play it for him, and I knew that this was the kind of album that he was going to love the most. Mm-hmm. He's like so supportive of all of it, but like he's a real vibes guy.
He's a vibes guy. Well, you described him as an exclamation mark.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, it's such a lovely way of describing someone.
Thank you. It's very accurate.
What I was going to say to you was that, you and I have known each other for so long, longer than Travis has known you. I feel like I should.
Yeah,
I need to just check that, because the vibes are strong from him. I think he's a great guy, but yeah. I need to check for sure. I just want to play catch with him.
No, he would do that.
That's all I want to do.
You'll love that. Like all of my guy friends are like, I just want Travis to like pick me up and throw me over a roof or throw me in the pool.
I could do that. I would love that.
Yeah. It's really, because it's like, he's 6'6", but it's also, the width of the shoulders is also like, just seeing him walk through a door is genuinely a privilege.
Yeah, okay, well that's great. I'd like him to maybe just do a wrestling move on me into a pool or something would be great.
The way that he's going to do that as soon as he sees you at our wedding is like, that's going to happen. Like he's just going to...
Whoa.
Oh, did I?
Am I coming?
Obviously.
Is it a destination wedding?
People don't think that we're actually friends. That was remember when you were like joking with me at this show we did about being sweaty? Get to put it out.
I really care about the lyrics as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, there's the lyrics in Wood.
Yeah.
A lot of them my favorite lyrics I can't really talk about, but the opening of the thighs. Father figure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a fun one to write.
Yeah.
And we love a song with a key change.
Father Figure was in, what's the show? Was it Baby Girl, the Nicole Kidman thing?
Yes.
Did you get it from that? Did you think...
No, we had written it before that.
Oh, had you?
We had actually written it before that, but it was kind of... I thought it was kind of fun, like a fun coincidence.
Yeah, that was great.
Because it's a very different way of using the idea of a father figure to kind of talk about power structures and the flipping of the power dynamics and...
Yeah, well, I can't say... Well, I'm just going to say it. The dick's bigger bit I loved.
I mean, you got to say the whole line. It's like, I can make deals with the devil because,
My dick's bigger.
Yeah.
So those aren't... I'm paraphrasing.
Pretty proud of that line.
In Ophelia, keep it 100. Just love that. Just nice
keep
reference.
It 100 on the land, the sea, the sky.
But that's you and Big Trav.
Yeah.
Because 8713.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, right.
Keep
87 plus 13 equals 100. So it was numerology again.
And then
can't stop.
In Opalite. Do we say Opalite or Opalite? Opalite. Is it wrong to say weirdly kind of Christmassy? Feels very sparkly, like very sparkly and beautiful and Christmassy.
Like twinkly.
Twinkly.
That's so sweet.
I really like that.
Yeah, and it's positive, which is we tend to gravitate towards positive Christmas music, don't we?
Yeah. You're a Sag, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
It's your 13. I'm 17th of December. Yeah. Sheila's next.
She sat in the softly lit studio, the microphone in front of her, and her fingers trembled slightly as she clasped them together on her lap. The interviewer's gentle questions floated in the quiet room. She swallowed again, a lump in her throat betraying her calm mask. She wanted to answer, she wanted to say what was in her heart, but for a moment, the weight of the moment pressed in on her so heavily that she felt tearful before she even spoke. She inhaled, tried to steady herself, and spoke in a soft voice, "It's just, so much." Her eyes glistened, and as she talked about the proposal, that glisten became tears. She paused, closing her eyes for a breath, letting the emotions catch her up. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And to my subscribers, I love you and thank you for your continuous support for Tabas. Did you know over 90% of you watch without subscribing? It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference and helps us keep bringing you great content. She recounted the evening, the way the world seemed to slow when it happened, how his voice sounded before he even knelt, how the universe felt smaller and larger all at once. He had this look, she said, her voice breaking, like he was waiting for this to matter more than anything else. She described the setting, warm lights, an anticipation in the air, the hush before the question. She spoke of how her heart pounded, she knew, in that heartbeat, that everything had changed. She tried to speak of her surprise, how she had to breathe and blink and gather herself, because she had known deep down she hoped for this, but hope and reality are different things. Even as she spoke, tears streamed down her cheeks. She brushed at them, half smiling through the vulnerability. She admitted that she had tried to hold them back, telling herself, stay composed. But the feeling was too big, too raw, to contain. In front of the cameras, in front of the microphone, in a moment that would become part of her story, she let herself be undone. She let herself cry. She talked about how it felt to say yes, to hear the words leave her lips, and to see him smiling down, love shining in his eyes. She said, I had this moment where I thought, this is real. This is really happening. She trembled with that memory, and she reached up to wipe a tear, her voice catching. She described how the world shifted after that, how the days stretched differently, how she found herself replaying that moment in her thoughts, in her mind's eye. How every little ordinary thing afterward had a new dimension, coffee in the morning, a walk in the evening, a text message, everything infused with the thrill of the known and the unknown together. She told how telling people, sharing the news, was like exhaling a breath she had held for too long. She said she was nervous about being vulnerable, about opening her heart publicly, about how people would judge, but she also said love demands that kind of risk. She said she realized she'd been waiting for someone to see her deeply, to accept her wholly, and that in his proposal she felt seen. She sniffled, paused, collected the words, then plowed ahead. As the interview pressed further, she spoke of gratitude, gratitude for his patience, his steadiness, his belief in her even when she doubted. She talked about how people see the glamour and the public life, but often miss the quiet gestures, a note slipped into a drawer, a reassuring word at night, a hand held without expectation. She said those things had always mattered more to her, and in the memory of that proposal she felt those small things glowing in contrast to the grand gesture. She choked up again remembering how he said her name, how his voice wavered too, how he trembled slightly when he knelt, how both of them were vulnerable in that instant. She tried to pull herself together, to speak more steadily, but as she turned to the future she faltered. I'm scared, she admitted, as tears welled fresh. Scared of failing, scared of hurting, scared of the unknown. But also so hopeful. So full of love. She glanced away, took a deep breath, met the interviewer's eyes. She said, I want this to last. I want to treasure every day. I want to build something that's true. The tears came again in quiet streams. She didn't hide them. She didn't apologize. She said that perhaps part of being a person is letting yourself feel deeply, letting emotions flood through you, and trusting they won't drown you. Toward the end of the interview, the tone turned gentle. The interviewer, careful, asked about what she had learned, what her hopes were. She exhaled. She talked about vulnerability and strength, about allowing love to change you, about balancing who she is with being with someone. She spoke of how relationships are messy, how real love isn't always perfect, how mistakes must be forgiven, how communication and patience must be daily. But as she spoke, even in the more rational parts, she still trembled, she was still her heart speaking. Finally, she gave a soft smile. Her eyes were red, her voice delicate, but there was a strength in the softness. She said, I am so grateful. I am humbled. I am hopeful. She let the silence stretch a beat, then she nodded. Tears shone on her cheeks. She touched her collarbone, her hand hovering over her heart. The cameras stayed on her a moment longer. She swallowed, gave a little laugh, shook her head softly, as though she were still in awe that this had happened. And in that moment, the world could see her, not just the star, not just the performer, but the woman whose heart had been invited into a union, whose tears told a story of love, vulnerability, fear, and hope all tangled together. Thank you for watching and make sure to subscribe to Tabuzz.